Hey everyone, it's Mike from Lifestyle Boudoir. A few months ago, I created a retouching video using Evoto AI. But since then, Evoto has come out with some really useful updates. So I thought I'd make another video to show you. Now, since this is nearly a 30-minute video, I'll keep this intro short. Briefly, I photographed a 100% natural light session using just the camera and one lens, with no reflectors or diffusers at all. Then I used Evoto to retouch all the images, showcasing some of the new updates to the program. Now, although I have been talking with Evoto, this video is not sponsored by them. Let's take a look. Give me some looking into the camera. Don't cover your face so much because of what we're doing here. He's pretty. Good. Eyes here. Good. Little sneaky smile. Good. That's cute. I like it. Why don't you sit down, like on the... Yep, that's good right there. Good. And 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. Good. Maybe do one against this here. And eyes to me. Good. Good, and just give your hair a little shake. And good. Okay, and so for this, we're just going to have Meg sitting on the ground in this parking garage. The light is just going to be bouncing off the ceiling and off the ground here, and that's what's going to create all of her light. It's going to be a very simple setup, and I don't need a reflector or anything for this. Good. I like that you lean into me a little bit, Meg. That's good. Good. And all right, I want to come up from above here and get my focus. 1, 2. Good. Good. Maybe lean against the. That's it. Oh, I like this. Okay, so for this setup, we're inside of the garage. Actually, if you turn the camera around, you can see this is the doorway for the garage. If Meg is inside the garage, there's no overhead light. All the light is forcing towards her from like a horizontal level instead of coming from above. This gives a very glamour kind of lighting. And so this should look really beautiful to the camera. Good, good. Oh, this is pretty light. Good, good. And 1, 2, good. And I don't want the cars so much. There we go. Good. And come right here. Good. Cool. And 1, 2. Good. And that's pretty. Hold that. 1, 2. Good. Little sneaky smile. We're at the top of my building and it overlooks the whole courtyard area. We're using all natural light again. The light's bouncing everywhere because it's a white building. So I'm just gonna have to be careful of my exposure in the camera. Good. Here we go. 1, 2. Good. Good. All right, look a little happier about leaning against the rail.
It's so scary.
It's nice though. It looks good.
I bet it looks good. It doesn't feel good.
All right, so we're inside the business center of my building and the only real light is coming from the doors over here. So we're getting this nice sort of window light effect. And I'm just gonna shoot from over here. There we go, and 1, 2, that's pretty. Come a little bit more this way, Meg. Good, good, and pretty, good, and 1, 2, good. Just a little bit more open shade. That's nice. Tip this way. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, good. Lighten it up a little, happier. Cute. Yep, there we go. So that's the photography part. If you like what you're seeing so far, please throw me a like and subscribe. It just really helps me build the channel. Now, on to the retouching part of the video. Okay, after downloading all the photos and processing the RAWs through Capture One, I exported these photos for the use of the video. Now that I have the ones selected that I want to use, I'm going to go ahead and open Evoto. The first thing I want to do with Evoto Open is create a project. We're going to call this Megan Evoto and save. Now we need to import the photos into Evoto. Click on the little plus sign. It'll bring up the folder that has those photos in it. I'm just going to select them all and open. So here's all the photos down here. You can see all your various modules here, from color to retouching, backgrounds and such. First, let's close this. We don't need that right now. And what you can see over here is basically all your sliders like you would see in Adobe Camera Raw or Lightroom. Basically, you could process your RAWs right through this program. Now, the new addition to this, which I really love, is these AI color adjustments. And there's basically a predetermined set of different color adjustments, and kind of hoping that they come out with some more of these in the future. But I love what they have so far. What I'm going to do is click on neutral for this very first photo. And you see it looks like it bumped the contrast. Even over here though, it shows that it reduced contrast, but it changed a bunch of the other sliders and made the blacks darker. It increased the vibrance, increased the clarity. So that gave it that increase of contrast appearance. And you can actually bump this up to 200%, but that gives it a very high dynamic range look, which makes it look a little on the phony side. I'm just going to double click on that, put it back to 100, and I really like how this looks. So for all the photos from this look, I'm going to go ahead and just hit neutral, next photo, neutral, next, neutral. And you could just go through all of these and apply that. Neutral, neutral. All right, so that's everything that's in the first garage set. I'm just going to stick with those for right now. So let's go back to the first photo. Okay, so first thing I want to do is use the freckles and acne slider. I'm going to slide it up only about halfway. Meg has freckles. I don't want to remove them. So I'm going to bring the freckles back down, but leave the acne maybe halfway. And that gives a really nice, you can still see her freckles, but it kind of smooths out her skin a lot. Now, Meg's got a mole right here, which I don't want to remove, so I'm not going to click the face mole. Actually, let's take a look and see what it does. And it did. It softened it up a lot, but I don't want to remove her mole, so we're going to bring that back. There we go. She's got no shine on her face, so I'm not going to do that. No wrinkles on her forehead, not going to do that. No eye wrinkles, not going to do that. But there are some dark circles under her eyes. So I'm just going to bring that up. And that took care of that pretty much. Let's see if I go all the way. And it's very natural. It removed them. Let's go back just to the beginning so you can see. That's what it looked like before. And that's what it looks like with the dark circles removed. Now she's got no smile lines. And frankly, I'm not somebody who likes to remove a lot of smile lines because they're natural. Babies have smile lines, so we don't want to remove those. Neck wrinkles. There's a couple little lines there, so let's bump that up a little bit. Let's soften that a little. No double chin, no stretch marks. Let's go ahead and close that and go to skin retouching. The first one on here is the smooth face skin dodge and burn. I'm just going to bring that up a little bit. And man, she looks perfect. It almost looks like she's wearing foundation now. We're not going to do any face skin smoothing. That really did what I needed it to do. And man, that's really quite good. Let's just take a look at a couple other things on here. We're not going to do any of those for this one for sure. Facial reshape, we're not going to do. Teeth touch-up, they're not showing teeth, so we're not going to use that. Eyes. So let's zoom in on her eyes a little bit. And we're just going to bump the brightness on the eyes a little bit. Maybe right there is good. She's got no veins showing, but you can use this to remove the red veins from the eyes. She's got beautiful catch lights, so we're not going to mess with the catch lights. And let's go to makeup. I don't want to go too extreme with this. We're not going to touch any of these. Maybe we can bump up the lip color a little bit. Go all the way. That's good. And you can see there's a whole bunch of different makeup looks that are in here. I'll just click on one just for fun. And you can see it adds makeup, which you can vary here. But I'm going to click none. I want the no makeup look for this. But maybe we could add a little lip color and then bring that down some. Right about there. That's really nice. It looks like she's got maybe just a tinted gloss on. You can also change here to make it look a little on the glossy side. That works for me. And she's got a bunch of stray hairs. So we're going to click on this hair arrow here. And I'm going to just bring the remove stray hairs up some. And man, that took that right out. Watch that again. Here's all the stray hairs over here. And then we're going to go remove stray hairs. I need to bring it up about 35%. And they're gone. So that's perfect. One other thing with the makeup, we can actually do eyelashes. I'm just going to click on the... I like this one a lot. And it just fills in the lashes a little bit. And it looks pretty natural. I think this is good. I don't feel that I need to change anything about that. Now, the cool thing is, everything that I just did, I can apply to all the other photos in that set. And there's two ways to do it. You can literally select all those photos and hit sync. And it's not going to do the color adjustments, but we already did the color adjustments. It's going to do the portrait retouching. We didn't do any background, and we didn't do any clothing touch-up, just portrait retouching. I'm just going to click save. It's now syncing to 7 images. Takes just a few seconds to sync them all. And if I click on one of these, it's done. Now, to me, this looks a little strong on this photo. And this one. But these, it looks beautiful. So I want to keep it with the first set of garage photos. But then these two, I'm going to back it off a little bit. That's the cool thing about this. The skin retouching, we're going to take that down a little. And the lip color, I'll bring that down a little bit more. And that's better. And then I'm going to hit shift and click on this one, and I'm going to sync those. And now this one has been softened as well. So that's really slick that you can do the retouching once and then copy it to other photos. Now, the other thing you can do, which I'll show you in a minute, is create a preset. And that way you can apply it to all the photos at once without using the sync feature. But first, let's do this photo here. Let's go back to the color. And I feel like I want to try vivid light for this one. That's nice. I like it. No changes. Well, let's see what it looks like at 200. All right, again, it gives you that high dynamic range look, which looks phony. Let's just do the 100%. That's fine. And we're going to do that to all the photos in that set. Okay. Go back to this first photo. Not going to change any of these color settings. Go to retouch. Bring freckles and acne up a little bit. Bring the freckles down. Bring the acne down. She doesn't really have any acne going on. Dark circles. They're gone. Neck wrinkles. We'll bring that up. That softens out this a little bit. And then skin retouching. I'm just going to bring the skin smoothing. We're just going to bring the smooth face and skin dodge and burn up a little bit. Body skin smoothing. Let's try that a little bit on this because she's got her. Oh, that looks good. And this new skin radiance just makes everything really bright. I think it makes her look a little too pale, so maybe we'll bring it to about there. That's good. And then still no teeth. Eyes, we'll brighten up the eyes just a touch. Enhance the lip color just a little bit. Do that with the lipstick again. Bring that down. Make it glossy. And that looks pretty natural. And then we got stray hairs again. So here we go. Remove stray hairs. I'm just going to try about like 35% again. And boom, gone. All the stray hairs on this side. This is a little too much for the stray hairs to do. If I needed to do that in Photoshop, I could. But I'm going to leave it. It looks pretty natural. And let's just do those eyelashes again. There we go. That's a really nice look. What I'm going to do is click Save Preset. Meg Garage. And that includes the AI color adjustments, the portrait retouching, background. Again, we didn't do any background or clothes. You can just leave those. And we're going to create a new group called Megan. Save. Save. And instead of syncing, this time I can go over here, my presets, and you can see I have one called Megan here, and Meg Garage is there. So go to the next photo, click Meg Garage, and it applies all that. Same here, Meg Garage, it applies all that. And last one, Meg Garage. All right. Now this one is really bright, so I feel like I want to go take my vivid light down some. So that set is done. Now these next two photos, these two here, we didn't have video footage of, but basically, let's just see what it looks like if I apply the Meg Garage to it. Not so much, but it did all the retouching. I just think the color's too much. So let's go to the next one. Apply Meg Garage. it did all the retouching. Let's go back to the color now and bring the vivid light down. And same with this one. Bring the vivid light down. Maybe even let's try a different, let's try warm and cozy. And bring that down some. I like that. And then this one, also warm and cozy. Bring it down. And then, now I like those photos. All right, this next one, you probably noticed in the video when I was shooting this that there was no sound in that section, and that's basically because somebody had a stereo blasting and I didn't want a copyright strike on my video, so we had to remove the whole soundtrack from that clip. I think for this, let's try the retouching. My preset, Meg Garage. And it did the retouching that I wanted it to do. Same here, Meg Garage. Okay. Then we go back to the color. And I think visual impact would be fun for this because of all the color that's in it. That made it really yellow, but if we back it off to like half, that's pretty cool. And same with this one, visual impact, about half. And I like those photos. Preset. And garage. Okay, that's really bright. Let's see what we can do about knocking that down some. All right, it's on vivid light, which I don't mind at all. Let's just knock it down some. And there we go. Beautiful. Here, again, this is so simple. My preset, Meg Garage. Just a little too bright. I'm going to go knock down the vivid light. Let's actually go to neutral on this and bring it to about there. I like that. And that's good. The next photos from the same setup, I'm just going to click on that and click sync. And that one's retouched too. Outdoors. Let's see what we get. I mean, I would be doing the same retouching on every photo anyway, so this looks really nice. It's just a little bit pale. Click here. I like warm and cozy for this because it looks like warm sunlight, but it's just a little too much. That's good right there. And yep, I like it. Let's click on the next one and just sync it. And that will give us beautiful. So if you're going to retouch a client from beginning to end, all of their photos, literally all you have to do is retouch one perfectly. And then either sync them all or create a preset and apply it to all. And then the only little tweaks you might need to do is some color enhancement. And that AI color is so cool. Now, this photo actually has some sky in it, and the sky is pretty bland. Let's try one more thing. So here's the sky replacement tab. Actually, it's background replacement as well, but we're going to do the sky. So click on recommended here. And we can pick a couple different skies to play with. Let's try this one. And there we go. That's not bad. Let's try a different one. Actually, let's play with this one. So, you have some different controls down here. Opacity is 1. Maybe knock down the opacity on it a little bit. That's good. And then edge adjustment. This should help with the little leaves in the trees. That's not bad. You can change the color and the saturation. I like the color as is. Now here's the thing. If the clouds are in focus but the trees aren't, the clouds shouldn't be in focus. So what we're going to do is bring the sky blur up. That's a little too much. Let's back it off. And that's pretty good. So that's really nice. If you had gray overcast skies and you wanted a blue sky with some clouds, you could do that. It's really very slick, and it does a nice job of figuring out where the sky needs to go. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until the next one, take care. Oh, and Happy New Year.